The only move is to keep moving. 4. Invest only in people who are building something. That is the only kind of friendship Nietzsche believed was worth the risk of real vulnerability. Here is the final truth. Strong minds accept this. Weak minds spend years refusing to. Most friendships were never meant to last forever. They were meant to last a season. The betrayal was not the failure. It was the friendship finishing what it was always going to finish, and showing you, clearly, finally, who that person actually was. If this hit you somewhere real, if it named something you have been carrying without being able to explain, just drop the word clarity in the comments. Not because I asked you to, but because I genuinely want to know how many people needed to hear this today. And if someone in your life is sitting with a friendship that quietly fell apart and cannot figure out why, send them this video. Not as a message, just send it. Because sometimes the most useful thing you can give someone is the right words for something they already felt but could never explain. Subscribe now if you want to keep seeing human nature for what it actually is. Because the people who understand these patterns do not keep getting hurt by the same ones. They simply stop being surprised by them, not because you did anything wrong, but because your progress became a mirror they did not ask to look into. Nietzsche called this ressentiment. It is the quiet, internal rage that builds inside someone who cannot handle watching another person grow. They do not attack you because you hurt them. They pull away or turn on you because your improvement made their own stagnation impossible to ignore. And this is where most people get it wrong. They blame themselves for the falling out. They replay the conversations. They wonder what they said or did. When the truth is, the falling out had nothing to do with them at all. It was about the other person's relationship with themselves. And the third pattern Nietzsche identified is the darkest one of all. The friendship that only survives your weakness. Imagine this. When you are struggling, this person is there, calling, checking in, present. But the moment your life turns around, something shifts. They become distant, complicated, slightly cold. Most people call this jealousy, but it is actually something more specific than that. Nietzsche said certain people are only comfortable next to you when you need them, because your need gives them a sense of power they cannot generate in their own life. Your recovery does not just make them happy for you, it takes something away from them. It is brutal, but it is human. The friend who disappears exactly when you stop struggling was never really your friend. They were your audience. If someone in your life right now became distant after things got better for you, share this video with them. Not to start a fight, just to show them what this actually looks like from the outside. Here is the fourth thing. Every social group, every friend circle, every crew runs on an unspoken rule. Nobody grows too fast. Nobody changes too much. Nobody becomes something the rest of the group cannot keep up with. Think about your closest friendship 5 years ago. Where is that person now? When did the warmth quietly disappear? When did the loyalty start feeling like something else? You did not imagine it. You did not cause it. You simply experienced something Friedrich Nietzsche understood with brutal clarity over a century ago. Most friendships do not end in big dramatic fights. They end in something quieter, something most people never see coming. And once you understand what that something is, you will never be blindsided by it again. Stay until the final lesson, because what Nietzsche reveals at the end will permanently change who you allow close to you. Here is the first thing most people get completely wrong about friendship. They think it ends because of betrayal. Nietzsche believes betrayal is not the ending, it is the revealing. Think about it. Every friendship has a hidden structure underneath it, an invisible reason it exists, and that reason is almost never what you think it is. Nietzsche called it the friendship of utility. Two people stay close for as long as each person is getting something from the other. Status, comfort, distraction, validation. The moment that usefulness runs out, so does the friendship. And here is the crazy part. Most people spend their entire lives mistaking that kind of utility for genuine loyalty. They think someone loves them, when really, someone just needs them. Has this ever happened to you? Drop a comment and just say yes. I want to know how many people have lived through exactly this, because I think it is far more common than anyone admits. Now here is the second thing, and this one is harder to see. When your life starts improving, when you earn more, grow more, think differently, something strange happens with the people closest to you. Their feelings toward you change. Nietzsche called this the herd. And the moment you break the unspoken rule, the herd reacts. Not with a conversation, with distance, with cold energy, with subtle comments that remind you of who you used to be. This is not personal. This is the group protecting its own identity. Because if you can change, it means they could have too. And that is the one thing the herd cannot accept. Most people fight to stay inside the group when this happens. When the real move is to understand that outgrowing a group is not a loss. It is the most honest form of progress there is. And now, here is the final truth Nietzsche left behind. This one is the most uncomfortable. Most people pick their friends the same way they pick a comfortable chair, not for what the friendship builds, for how it feels to sit in it. Nietzsche called the highest form of friendship the friendship of admiration. Two people who see something in each other worth becoming, who challenge each other, who tell the truth, who refuse to let each other stay small. This friendship is rare because it requires both people to want growth more than they want comfort. And here is the crazy part. Most people, when forced to choose between growth and comfort, choose comfort every single time. So the betrayals you experienced were not random. They were not accidents. They were the natural end of friendships that were never built on the right foundation to begin with. 4 things to do right now. 1. Measure friendship by honesty, not comfort. The person who only tells you what you want to hear is not your ally. They are your mirror lying to your face. 2. Watch what happens to the friendship when your life improves. If your growth makes them cold, that is not friendship. That is dependency wearing a friendly face. 3. Stop trying to explain your progress to people who are threatened by it. You cannot reason someone out of ressentiment.